I met Nathan T. in my 6th grade class. He was blonde and blue-eyed and also had an Italian heritage. Now, as a 6th grader, I didn't know Italians could be blonde. I thought they all had dark hair and dark eyes. The people I knew that were blonde were like my mom's side of the family, Danish, from Denmark, from Scandinavia. So I said to Nathan, trying to make a friend, "You look like you're Scandinavian." Nathan said to me, "Well, you look like Miss Piggy." I didn't say anything after that. I just tried not to cry. I knew right away he did not mean that I had a fabulous collection of blonde wigs or a glamorous costume for every occasion. He meant that I was fat. I didn't measure up. I jumped straight to the conclusion that there was something wrong with me, and I added that chapter to the story I believed about myself, that I wasn't good enough. We often give other people more power over us than we should. We let them tell us how confident we should feel, and then we just accept what they say. We choose to believe the stories that make us feel like we aren't good enough. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be good at something. In fact, it's good to do your best and try your hardest. But doing your best and trying to be perfect are two different things. Your best can change based on circumstances or how you're feeling that day, but perfection doesn't change. It's always unattainable, an impossible standard we hold ourselves to that's forever out of reach. What happens if we don't change the way we see ourselves? Things might stay the same. We'll still try to be perfect and mentally beat ourselves up when we're not. We'll still believe the stories about ourselves that make us feel like we aren't good enough. And we'll still strive for perfection without reaching it. Your unhappiness and frustration with your life will probably continue. Or it might get worse. Your story of not feeling good enough gets ingrained in you, and you pass it down to the next generation. Your daughter, your granddaughter, your niece, your little sister, the girl you mentor at work, your best friend's kid. When do we decide that's enough? When do we decide to stop expecting perfection and start allowing ourselves the pleasure of good enough? We don't want this for the young women coming behind us. We don't want them to be afraid to take risks and experience failure. We want them to be confident, powerful, comfortable in their own skin. I'll let you in on a secret. There is peace in letting good enough be good enough. There's a certain satisfaction in accepting imperfection. You might even discover that the imperfect is pretty great and that you are good enough. Thank you.